In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the IELTS reading formula. Before I talk to you about the formula, let me tell you the three problems I used to have with IELTS reading. These are the three problems I can tell that everyone sitting the IELTS exam will have. So the first problem is time management, second problem is time management, and third problem is time management. I took the exam thrice and I could not get a band 7. I was very frustrated. One day I met Alan, who is an IELTS examiner, and he taught me the formula with the IELTS reading. I used to have other problems as well. I bet most of you will have the same problems because I was a struggling student like you. I used to miss many questions. I had poor preparation techniques. I had no formula. I had no strategy to deal with the reading. So Alan taught me these strategies and I'm going to teach them to you. So the first strategy Alan taught me is the skimming strategy. Alan told me that you have to spend only 30 to 60 seconds on this particular strategy. All you need to do is just skim the questions. First, don't read the paragraphs. Just go to the questions straight away and quickly skim the questions. Have a feel of what they are asking, what kind of questions they are asking. So if you look at the types of questions they are asking, most of the times they are true or false, fill in the blanks, or what is the author's view, or something like this. So have a feel. And this is one thing Alan told me. There are two tricky kinds of questions. The first one he told me is true or false, and the second one is what is the author's view. So he told me that it's better if we do these kinds of questions at the end. Try to do the easy ones first. Try to do as many questions as possible because the more questions you answer right, the higher your band. It doesn't matter if it's an easy question or a difficult question. The more you answer, the better band you get. So try to avoid the true or false and the questions asking about the author's view. So let's jump on to strategy 2. So this is an excellent strategy Alan told me. I learned a lot with this and I can tell you just by using this strategy, I was able to get band 8 and in one exam I got band 9 as well with the reading. So the strategy he told me is to use the essay patterns. So every essay has got specific rules. So every essay has a specific order. Coming into topic sentence. Topic sentence is usually the first sentence of a paragraph. Sometimes it could be the last sentence of paragraph as well, and this is the connection to the next paragraph. I will talk about the topic sentences in a great detail later in my course. So all you need to remember for now is look for the first sentence and last sentence in each and every paragraph. These are the most important sentences in the paragraph because the author will tell his or her view about that particular paragraph in these two sentences. So it is very important that you check the first sentence and last sentence of each and every paragraph. Coming to the second most important thing, it's called the thesis statement. A thesis statement is where the author of the essay is going to tell his view. So usually it is the last statement of the first paragraph. This is very typical. So last statement of the first paragraph is usually the author's view, and it's called the thesis statement. So you have to check this as well. Because you have already skimmed for the questions here, now you will scan for the keywords asked in the question. This is very important, and you will save a lot of time just by following the strategy 1 and 2. I can tell you, you can increase your band by 1 or 2. I was able to increase my band from 6 to 9 just by these two strategies, and I did a bit of practice as well. So let me just recall what we have discussed in strategy 2. Look for the topic sentences. The first sentence and last sentence of each paragraph, usually the questions are framed on these two sentences. And one question will be surely framed on the thesis statement, which is the last statement of the first paragraph. I hope you understood both these strategies. And now we'll go into strategy 3. So strategy 3 is improving your speed. This is one strategy Alan told me. He said whenever I was reading, he asked me to have a pencil with me, and he told me that I should be moving my eyes with the pencil, and he said to practice this as fast as I can. Practice this. If you do this, your speed will increase. My speed increased a lot just by this strategy alone. So take a pencil, try to go from the beginning to the end of the sentence, and let your eyes follow through. And write down the summary on the side of each paragraph. Just by the first sentence, you will know what the paragraph is about. And just by quickly skimming and scanning, you will get a rough idea. Just make down a quick note about what the paragraph is about, and underline the keywords that are mentioned in the paragraph. This is going to help a lot when you're going to answer the questions. The second thing is practice. You have to read newspapers, web articles. Read any topic, doesn't matter. I was interested in sports, so I used to read a lot of sports magazines. If you're interested in fashion, read fashion. And note the pattern about the commas, the full stops. See how they are starting the first paragraph and how they are ending the paragraph. How they are starting the article, how they are ending the article. Understand all these things, and these are going to help you a lot. And read the editorial of any newspaper, because editorial columns are very good. The editors write this, and look at how they are starting and ending the topic. It is very, very important that you actually look and read the editorial column. The other strategy, I used to read a passage within 1 minute. This is how I improved my speed. So have a watch. Always have a watch while you're preparing for your IELTS exam. It doesn't matter if it's a reading, if it's listening, if it's speaking, or if it's writing. Always practice with a watch. If you're not practicing with a watch, I can tell you, you will have big problems in the exam. I did this when I was sitting for the exam for the first time and second time and third time, and I had lots of problems with time management. So don't do this, and try to read a passage in 1 minute. Try to read a paragraph in 1 minute. So practice this. It's not impossible. It's very easy, but it needs lots of practice. So let's go into strategy 4. To get a good band, we need to answer as many questions as possible. As I said before, it doesn't matter if you're answering easy questions or tough questions. The most important thing is how many questions you answer. This is something I have noticed. Usually the last essay or the third essay in reading is a very tough essay. So leave that essay to the end. It's the same with speaking and listening. The last topic or the task is very difficult one. Selection of the reading essays. Of the three essays, I used to select the easy ones first. So what is easy? I used to select essays that are related to medicine or science first because I am a doctor. If you are an engineer, select an essay that is related to technology. Or if you're a doctor, you can select an essay that's related to science. I used to use this because I used to finish this first essay as soon as possible because I'm familiar with the words and I can finish the answer. Sometimes I answer some questions without even reading the essay because I know them, and most of the times the essays they give are relevant and appropriate ones. So I take a chance and I just write them. Sometimes I don't even read the essay. But I would advise not to do this just in case if it's not an essay written by an appropriate author. But you will be very quick and you can use this time which you save on the first essay for the second and third one. I hope you understood what I'm saying. And the third essay is usually the tough one. I hate the third essay because usually it will be a history essay and I'm very poor in history, so I usually try to avoid this and I try to get as many right questions or right answers with the first and second essay. I will be very happy if the third essay is about medicine because I can score easily. When I got a band 9, my third essay was about medicine. So first and second essays were easy and third one was medicine. So I had no problem with time. As I said before, practice with a watch in hand. Anyone can finish reading one essay in 1 hour. But in the exam, you have to finish it before 20 minutes. I know you have 20 minutes each for 3 essays, but I can tell you at least 1, sometimes 2 essays can be tough. You will need more than 20 minutes. So try to finish the easy essays before 20 minutes or something around 10 minutes and try to spend that extra 10 minutes on the difficult ones.